the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Landing Party. I'm your Captain Graham Nolan, and today we're going to delve into the Galileo 7. My opinion, this is really kind of the first stinker in the first season, but it'll be interesting to hear what the other Landing Party members have to say about this one. Captain's Log, Stardate 2406.17. This episode was written by Oliver Crawford. Then Simon Winselberg was brought in, and then eventually rewrites by Gene L. Kuhn, the new producer. Directed by Robert Gist. Oliver Crawford was a blacklisted writer during the Red Scare in the 1950s, and he had written for the Wild Wild West, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and The Outer Limits in the 60s. He presented to Roddenberry a sci-fi version of Five Came Back, an excellent movie from 1939, starring the mother of Star Trek, a young Lucille Ball. In that film, a transatlantic flight is blown off course and crash lands in a South American jungle, and it's inhabited by headhunters. Repairs are made to the plane, but due to the lack of fuel, it becomes clear that some of the 12 survivors will have to remain behind. Sound familiar? This one is kind of shameless in lifting that plot, isn't it? Originally, this was another Kirk episode where he goes on the ill-fated Shuttlecraft. And in the original draft, Scotty is killed. This is at the time when Jimmy Doohan's character was not locked in, and the actor was not really locked in a long-term contract as well. Roddenberry nixed that idea, and he asked for a rewrite from Crawford, making Spock the one in charge. He thought it might be more interesting and add to the character of Spock to use his logic and see where and how it turns out. This was not a good idea as far as I'm concerned, and Nimoy agreed as well. He knew it was the character of Kirk and the power of Shatner's performance that drove the show, and he preferred to ride in that slipstream and play Spock off of that. And to me, those are the best. The character interactions is when Spock is playing off Shatner. NBC loved the idea of this episode, but Desi Lu knew this was going to cost a fortune because of the need of the Shuttlecraft, and they nixed it. They said no. They actually stopped production on it for like a few weeks until they could figure things out. And lo and behold, miracles do happen. Previews of the show were now airing on TV because the episode had not yet shown nationwide while they were developing the script. And those previews caught the eye of the AMT model company, who wanted the exclusive rights to produce models of the Enterprise. They thought this ship is really, really cool. And, I think they saw what this could be. And so they wanted to have the exclusive rights to make these models. So a deal was cut, and they built, based on designs by Matt Jeffries, an exterior version, an interior, full-size exterior version, full-size interior version, and the miniature that was used for the matte shots, and the photo effects for free for those exclusive rights. The estimated cost in 1966 by Jeffries, based on his designs, was $12,000, but it actually clocked in at double that. It was $24,000 to build those shuttlecraft, and in today's dollars, that's over $225,000, completely absorbed by AMT. that was a good deal by Roddenberry and Desilu to get that done, because rather than having to build it themselves and amortize those costs throughout the season and use the shuttlecraft for other episodes, they got it for free. And then in the upcoming menagerie, it was important to have the shuttlecraft as well. Remember, just a few episodes earlier in wasn't the Naked Time, it was oh shoot, what was the episode with the where we have the evil Kirk, and the landing party stuck on that frozen planet. I'm drawing a blank right now, but you guys in the chat know which one I'm talking about. Anyway, they didn't have a shuttlecraft then, so that's why the drama was happening on the planet when the transporter was out. But now they had one, and they could use it for other things. So that's the captain's log on this one. As you know already, I'm not a huge fan of this episode, and I'll be interested to hear what the other guys have to say. First, we'll bring in Lieutenant Commander Aaron Lopresti.
Hello, Graham. Are we going to disagree again? Will this be like Shades of Star Trek 2 and Laurel and Hardy meet, not Laurel and Hardy, I'm sorry, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
Stay tuned, folks. This could be a Donnybrook.
It could be. It could get rough. It could get rough. So,
and here we have Lieutenant Commander Ron Garney in a lighted room, for God's sake.
Look at that.
Wow. He paid his electric bill.
Double birds, man. He's ready to go.
Those are birds of prey.
One for each of you, damn it.
Hey, I can see that painting better now. That looks great.
Ooh, nice.
That Thor
Thank
painting
you,
back there?
Aaron.
That's
Thank
good,
you.
man. You're welcome.
You silver-tongued devil. Is this too echoey?
It is a little echoey.
Should I just put it on the computer instead? Take these?
No, I don't know. He thinks
No,
okay.
just keep it going for now. You're good.
Fine.
Yeah. So
Right.
I don't like this episode, and I'll tell you why, and then you guys tell me if I'm wrong. For one thing, everybody's an asshole in it.
That's life.
Welcome to reality.
Exactly.
When we see Kirk on the bridge, and you've got high commissioner douchebag up there, constantly reminding him that you're running out of time, Captain. That's all he does is remind him of the time. And Kirk,
I know that. Yeah.
Kirk goes, no problem. Kirk would never say no problem, and he says that twice. He goes, no problem. It seemed like he was off character, off model in his dialogue. And from what I read, Robert Justman felt that in the script as well, that the characters weren't ringing true. And I think they cleaned up a lot of it. But in that single instance, I felt that, Kirk just seemed like this guy was, why is he on the bridge in the first place? He has no business being on the bridge, this guy. And all he does is remind Kirk, you're running out of time. So that's one reason that I don't like it. The other reason is that Spock is treated poorly in it by the other, by the people on the shuttlecraft. There's like a total disrespect for his command ability. And the effects of the giants. I mean, when Spock gets his leg pinned by that styrofoam rock, it looks like it weighs about as much as styrofoam.
Well, they had the same thing in the arena with the Gorn.
That's true.
The rocks look like they weigh 5 pounds. My daughter could toss them like the Gorn did.
Yeah. So that's my take on it. I agreed with Nimoy, what he had said in when I did the captain's log there. What are you guys' thoughts? What do you think?
Could you refresh me on what Nimoy said? I didn't hear that part.
Nimoy felt that he had a hard time doing this particular role for Spock because he always felt that Captain Kirk and the performance of William Shatner were the drive of the show, and he preferred to stay in the slipstream of that energy and play off Shatner and Kirk's character by adding things and questioning things and that kind of stuff, and that he understood and got, but he just felt a little sort of out of sorts trying to do this command position, and you could see some emotional things that Spock, the way Spock says things in it, and then the way he's treated.
Well, I mean, it seems like that was the whole point of the show, is he made it an emotional risk-taking decision to light the flares off, to burn up the rest of the fuel as a flare. So it was kind of a gamble, which was something that wasn't in a Vulcan sort of persona, being totally logical. Even he says it was an illogical move, that the odds were too great.
Right.
So, what are you going to do? Go through the whole series and never explore those ideas that the first and the second in command could possibly have to take over? And I don't know. It seems a little.
It's always about how you present it. Ideas are great, and how you present them is what's going to make the story great. I just don't think that it was presented in a great way with the way Spock behaved.
I'm going to disagree completely with you, Graham.
I knew it. I knew it.
I think you don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I question the fact that you should.
Such an acerbic. What an acerbic
wow
approach here.
That's called a mutiny. That's called a mutiny, Aaron.
Okay.
I thought I was bad.
Now, I didn't mind the commissioner being on the deck or the bridge, because he had authority to take over that ship after that time limit was reached. So, and yeah, he was super annoying, but I liked how he needled Kirk. Kirk took it for a while, but then Kirk started snapping back because he was, I liked that whole pressure situation that Kirk was in. Now, you say you didn't like it as much because it wasn't a Kirk-centric episode, but I think he played a pivotal role. He didn't have as much screen time as he normally does, but we had that he's that one line he has where he goes, finding a needle in a haystack would be child's play or something like that. And then I'm going to search every second we've got, I'm going to be searching. And then they're backing away at space normal speed, just hoping for something to happen, So I thought that was really good.
I mean, the thing is, you're right. I mean, I feel like the point that's being missed is the guy the dude on the bridge is responsible for a whole planet's plague that's going on, and he has to get the ship there in time, or else they all die. So I mean, that's reason enough for him to be there. I mean, they didn't expect this thing to happen by losing the shuttlecraft and everything else. So I mean, there has to be some tension towards the captain and some pressure towards him. I mean, was he
understood? And absolutely, I couldn't agree more. I mean, drama comes from conflict, and we have this conflict on the bridge.
You're too funny.
What?
Just the way drama comes from conflict. Yes.
Shakespeare with Graham Nolan.
I feel like we're all standing out in ancient Greece with robes on,
Well, that's another episode. That's another 5
Greek
episodes.
philosophers.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I see your point.
But you can still have conflict with the guy without the guy being a one-dimensional cardboard cutout.
Who?
High Commissioner Ferris.
Granted, that is true.
Yeah, but
in the the time constraints, I know they put him out there. This guy's the a-hole. That was his character, and I get that. But I give it a pass because it did create the tension, and I don't really care about the guy anyway. So if he's just an a-hole, then he's an a-hole. And I was bothered by the crew's absolute lack of respect for Spock. He is second in command, and you are in a military organization, a naval organization.
Right.
They would have
by now they should have understood that they're dealing with a Vulcan. It's not
right.
He's not human.
Right. And Scotty maintained his decorum, and he stood up for.
That's enough, laddie.
Right.
Right.
He stood up for Spock like he should have.
I like that. I like that part.
And McCoy was needling him as he normally does. So that was
it's interesting that, no, I won't even say what I was going to say.
But those other guys, Mr. Boma from Land of the Giants,
Right.
he was like antagonistic almost from the get-go. It's like, dude, it's like he had some personal bias against Spock before they even got on the shuttlecraft. So that kind of and Gaetano, those guys were all like, they were like peons. They should not have been, they might have been served.
Boma was the doctor in charge, right?
No, he was an astrophysicist.
Or astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have had I don't think he had the familiarity or rank to be that disrespectful. But
Agreed.
Other than that,
McCoy was there. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
McCoy is different. I mean, he can skirt the edges with Kirk and Spock as far as his how he behaves with higher ranking officials. Every once in a while he'll get slapped down,
right?
Like by Kirk, and even by Spock sometimes, but he kind of skirts the edges. But those other lower level lieutenants, like those other guys, that's like a mutiny,
Yeah. But I will say that.
Hello.
There she is. The thing that trumps everything else for me in this episode is giant freaking cavemen. And this episode, as a kid, I thought it was scary. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I carry that with me into adulthood. And it trumps all the other stuff. Yeah, I love.
Scared you?
No. As a kid, it was scary. It didn't scare me like I had nightmares or anything.
Well, if you said carried with you into adulthood,
I mean, that feeling of my positive feeling towards that episode was established when I was a kid, and it stayed with me to adulthood, not the terror. But I thought it was a tense episode, and it had giant cavemen in it. So I was there, man. And
I actually got to see them, what they really look like.
I know.
No, this is what they really
look was
like.
Clever.
Oh my god.
Was that them? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like
NBC's standards and practices said you can't show that.
Why not?
Why not? Look at it. It's too scary, Ron. Come on.
They show worse. That looks cool, really cool, actually. But I mean, they had worse than that in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but
why they couldn't show that? I mean, what were they worried about?
Well, and offending cavemen, maybe.
Those big clumsy spears, and got one.
Oh yeah.
Right in the back, it looked like it hurt like a son of a bitch. Took his spine right out.
I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, things like this big around sticking out of his back.
Well, it's like,
geez, what a way to go.
Why weren't those guys wearing red shirts either? That kind of confused me. You had two guys die wearing gold command shirts.
First season.
Yeah, still working.
The guy who played the giant. Do you remember in Lost in Space in the first season when they had the Cyclops?
Yeah, the big on the head. Yeah. It was like looking up at it looked like the size of Galactus.
That was really, really cool. Anyway, that the guy played the giant in this thing, played that Cyclops. He was I don't know if he's a basketball player, but he was 7'1" tall.
Couldn't throw a spear to save his life.
No.
Oh, I did kill the guy. So.
That's true. How much do those spears cost to manufacture? That really probably took a bite out of the budget as well.
Not as much as the shuttlecraft.
Well, actually, the shuttlecraft is $0, right?
Well, that's true. Well, $0 for Desilu.
Right.
Well, we got to give a shout out though to the greatest acting moment in the history of Star Trek is when that chick skid across the Galileo 7 when they realized they were going to be saved.
Yeah, she jumps down on her
up on her knees.
Yeah, I was like, and he's like, "Settle down. We haven't even got into the atmosphere yet." I'm like,
it's like I like how the chairs are just chairs.
They're
not even bolted down.
Yeah, I know.
No seatbelts. Boardroom chairs sitting on the.
Well, they're not bolted down on the bridge
in
either.
Space of all things.
It's true, they're not.
No, they got to roll on up.
Well, the bridge you can kind of get around it because somewhere in there there's there's gravity, so it's different. I mean, they figured all that out, but on that little shuttlecraft just didn't seem to make much sense. I guess it's like carpeted, like straight out of Carpet One. And
what do you want for free, Ron?
Well,
I mean, you got an exterior, an interior, and a model.
right, exactly. They got it for free, so spend more time working on the interior of it. Put a little more money into that at least. But then
What do you
that's
think
the
of this
other thing,
episode,
I
Aaron?
think we have
Or,
to. You have to
Anna?
start though. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to see what Anna thinks of this episode.
I like it, but it's one of those episodes that I won't go out of my way to watch, and then when I do watch, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's enjoyable," but
Okay.
yeah.
How you
Yeah,
feeling?
I don't know if you heard me, but this is like the first of the first season episodes I dislike.
Oh, why do
Yeah,
you dislike it?
I
I missed
dislike it
it.
for a number of reasons. The disrespect to Spock.
Mm,
Everybody's an asshole, and Kirk is sort of ineffective and ineffectual on the bridge.
mm. Didn't you think it was ironic, though, that it was the black guy being racist to the Jewish guy?
I was actually going to bring
Well,
that up.
but
I
he's
actually
woke
was
and he's
going to
not
bring it.
Jewish.
Good for you. I was going to bring that up before, and I said, "Oh, never mind." But that's what I was thinking.
No, I
Because I'm
always
like,
thought that
oh,
that was ironic because,
no,
like, the
I
whole thing
agree
is
with that.
racism is gone, and then there
I
was,
agree
the other
100%.
episode
Yeah,
where giving Spock shit. So they always give Spock shit for not being human, and so I just
right.
always
But
thought
see,
that it was
see,
ironic. The black guy hates him.
that's how they catch us. Because
Yeah.
if we weren't racist, we wouldn't have noticed.
I think it's just been shoved down our face.
Spoken
We're
like a true
supposed to
racist,
notice.
Ron.
I agree. Oh, I agree with that. Spoken like a true racist. Thank you, Graham. Thank you very much.
Well, now you can take off your Roman robes.
I don't,
How are you feeling?
I
Kane?
was dying yesterday, and today I haven't puked yet, but I did take a nap before this stream, but
Yeah.
I'm down to only being able to eat chicken and saltine crackers and drinking Sprite. Everything
wow.
else makes me puke.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Well,
Well,
hopefully,
you're already starting to get that healthy glow.
That's because I took a shower. But yeah, it's been hell, and I'm in the second trimester now, so it's supposed to get better, and it hasn't. So they think
And
I have that. I don't know. It's called something, but they're like, oh, if you're only getting worse, it's probably going to be this way the entire time. And
you're gonna keep gaining
4
weight,
months
and
of
you're
this.
gonna keep getting bigger everywhere, and
I haven't gained a single pound.
it'll happen.
that's because you're throwing up all your food.
I know it doesn't like anything. It's pickier than I am, and I didn't think that was possible.
That's not
But
good. Well,
that's what it is.
try different stuff. What are you eating besides saltines and chicken?
I try different things every day just to test it to see. Like this morning, I had an apple, which it was safe the first like couple months, and then projectile vomit started from the apples.
Sounds
So
like it's going to be a high maintenance baby. You better try a higher end restaurant, like some Chateaubriand with Bernaise sauce.
I am not going to restaurants anytime soon. So
This brings up an excellent question.
Yeah.
Why is there no food processors on the shuttlecraft? What if they get stuck someplace?
Right. Well, maybe you need more room for those things. Maybe
Well,
the
that's what they
technology-
found out about the original script was they landed on that planet, and those cavemen were actually Starfleet people who crashed there, and they reverted back to caveman tendencies because they got hungry and started killing everything with spears.
And the atmosphere
Savage.
grew to be giants.
I'll tell you one thing I thought was kind of cool, and they didn't explore it enough. Was like once they figured out what the planet was, and they could get their transporter working again, they started sending landing parties down, and people were getting killed in the landing parties trying to find the shuttlecraft because all of a sudden they discovered this planet is full of these giant shaggy cavemen. And the one guy comes back up to the ship, he's got dirt all over him and stuff, and he's reporting to Kirk about such and such got killed, this guy got injured,
That was
blah, blah.
Kellowitz, who was also in Arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he does. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's too bad they couldn't have shown that, some of the landing parties going down and getting attacked. That would have been cool.
You know what I thought of when he first talked to him, and he said, "Oh, they're all over the place down there, Captain." And I was thinking, you've got this commissioner guy ragging on Kirk, telling him, you never should have sent that shuttlecraft in the first place. And now Kirk as far as he knows, the whole shuttlecraft is gone. He doesn't know. And then he's got people down there searching for it. Now they're getting killed. You wonder if there's a moment where Kirk was like, maybe I shouldn't have sent that shuttle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had that thought. I mean, there's so many angles you can look at these things and go, man, just one more scene, and pretty soon it's an hour and a half show.
I know you didn't like the way Kirk wasn't. You felt like he wasn't commanding enough in lieu of that douchebaggy guy, but it does sort of speak to Kirk's attention to decorum. Well, not decorum, but chain of command.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that guy clearly really was in charge of that mission in particular, and Kirk was really trying to be rather respectful, I think. At one point, he says, "What would you have me do?" or whatever, about just leave them there or whatever, So I think he handled it according to what the rules of the chain of command would have been. I don't think he was weak at all in it.
Well, as the captain of a ship, even on a naval ship, he could have dismissed that guy because that guy did not have command until a certain point. He didn't have any. Kirk was still in command of the ship.
Well, he did. He said.
He said,
Starfleet regulations.
Yep. So he had complete command. And if this guy was bugging him and he was bothering him on the, he could have dismissed him from the bridge entirely until it was time for him to be on the bridge and start ordering, destination points or whatever it is that he had to do.
But then you wouldn't have had a TV show episode.
No, these are the things they set up for us, and we have to accept it. But it doesn't.
Well, but see, can we agree to do one thing? All right, you have to always start with each episode from a point of view that they had. It was a TV show that was a little less than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
A little a budget that was a certain, like you were complaining about the line. He didn't have many lines in it, but there's not enough room. So you have to start each of these episodes from that sort of premise. You can't just assume that it's going to be, The Godfather, whatever movie you think.
The Godfather's terrible.
I know. We already went through this.
Yeah.
Listen, I tried watching the second one. I think it's worse than the first one, and I fell asleep halfway through. It was so bad.
Is there a mute button?
Oh my gosh! Just
terrible.
So, to summarize, Anna doesn't like Godfather. Aaron doesn't like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
No.
Is there anything you want to break my heart with, Ron?
About a movie I don't like?
Something you dislike that is universally loved by everybody?
Universally.
Don't say you hate Jaws, or I'll jump through the screen.
My first instinct was going to jump to the title of your comic, but for some reason it's escaping me all of a sudden.
Mine or his?
I'm joking.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Universally loved that I don't like, but you have to name some, and I'll tell you.
I'm not feeding you information.
It's not information. You have to be more specific. I can't. There's a million movies I could say.
So we'll just wait till it comes out naturally as we go through the hearings when you finally mention.
That's probably the right.
Yeah, and then we'll be like, "Oh, geez, Ron, come
on." What movie
don't I like? Look at Richie Dupe in the chat is simping for Anna. He's like, Godfather is meh.
Thank you. I think this episode is better than
all you agreeing with her is what's simping. You're agreeing with her because she's a pretty girl.
Are you gonna tell me Citizen Kane sucks now? Is that what you're gonna tell me next? Jeez. Oh, yep, she is. Look, she's thinking about it.
I don't need to watch it again.
Oh, okay.
Citizen Kane's not a movie I would watch again. I've watched it a couple times and I admire it for its cinematography and the concepts and stuff that Orson Welles, brought to film.
Mm-hmm.
But as a movie itself, the narrative of it, I don't know that I like the story all that much. Well,
if you take
like
away
Casablanca, where I can watch that over and over,
Right. No, I would agree with that, but that's part of the the appeal of Citizen Kane is the technical achievement, both in cinematography and what he was doing directorially in some of the shots and stuff. It's so integrated into you look at it and just go, that's the coolest shot ever. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be doing that really, but it is part of what makes that film great. So I would not disagree with you on what your point there.
Oh, thank God we have consensus.
Well, don't push it though. Don't push it. Don't push it. So,
let's test Anna here. Anna, do you like Casablanca?
It's okay. I don't really care for Ingrid Bergman. However you say her
Really?
name.
In that movie, she's gorgeous.
what is wrong
Well,
with you?
I don't care what she looks like. I'm a chick.
I know, but
I don't know. I didn't like.
Wait, whoa, back up. I don't care what she looks like. I'm a chick. Is that what you just said?
I like to look at
That's
men. I don't
all
really care.
chicks do is care what each other look like. They
Oh, okay. Well,
constantly
he was
criticize
bringing
each
up her
other.
looks. I wasn't. I just didn't like her as a character, and so the fact that
Right.
he's pining over her, I'm like, bro, she like dumped you, and now she's got this fiance that she never told you about. Get rid of her. Go find another chick.
I love
Wait a
it. I
second.
love it when we bring in currently slang, like bro,
what are you doing?
in relation to these old movies. And stuff. Like
She
we need
didn't
to
dub him.
take Casablanca and dub in bro everywhere.
And we have to have AI do Humphrey Bogart's voice doing it. Bro.
Bro,
I'm just
wow.
saying.
What's his
there's
famous
other,
line in that? It's
there's other fish in the
Which
sea.
one?
well, there's one in particular.
Let's see.
Of all
Not
the
for
gin
him to
joints
walk
in all the
around.
world, you have to walk into mine.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's
Here's looking at you, kid.
yeah, that's it. Here's looking at you, kid.
Now,
Okay.
here's looking at you, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, yeah,
here's looking at
exactly.
you, bro.
Here's looking at you, bro.
Brah.
Bruh. Yes, queen. Here's looking at you, bro. Yes, queen.
Yo, bitch, get on the plane.
Get on the motherfucking plane, bitch.
Well, okay, Anna. You know what I've noticed about you? If you find a character in a movie that you find distasteful, then you hate the
It's
whole movie.
over. I
Right?
know. Yeah, that is very true.
Oh,
I got a bunch of super chats here I got to take care of. Hold on a second.
Super chat.
We got Stealth X5 for $2 saying hello to everybody. Hello.
Hello.
The duck goes quack quack. Also
Uh-huh.
known as Russell. $5 everyone. We should attack first. Spock. Okay, but I'm not sure about this plan. Everyone. Great idea, Spock. Way to provoke them, a-hole. Right? We're gonna need a bigger
your
face.
use of slang highly illogical.
There's our amigo, the bro,
Dipshit.
the tooch, for $5. My dream is to hang out in a tent with Bill Shatner like Ron Garney did. You're sitting down.
You're sitting on the couch,
Oh my
Ouch.
and now you're near.
Pay homage to me. Citizen Kane is worth watching again after you learn the secret behind what Rosebud really meant.
I know the secret. I revealed that secret on my show, and people were stunned when they found out what it was.
Wait,
I can't believe nobody know. There's people that don't know it at this point. It's kind of like
Aaron, I think your definition of that and Russell's are two different things.
No, it isn't, because Rosebud was allegedly the pet name that William Randolph Hearst had for his lady friends' privates.
Okay.
So in the movie, it was the sled, but that's where he got Rosebud from. And
now I know why Russell likes Citizen Kane.
One of the many reasons that Randolph Hearst was so pissed about that movie and tried to get it.
Hey, whoa, back up. What about the sled? I missed that.
The sled in the movie, this Kane's sled.
It says Rosebud.
Right. But that was allegedly the pet name that William Randolph Hearst, who the movie was loosely based on, that was his pet name for whatever actress he was seeing on the side for her female parts.
So, I thought you said it was his pet name for his penis.
No.
Her private.
Her penis?
Well, it better not have been. Now we're talking about an entirely different thing.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. So.
As long as it's not a blue waffle, we're good.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
gosh,
my
the
god.
things that get going on this show, right?
Yeah. This is stuff that they don't have in the 23rd century. They don't have blue waffles.
That's right.
They don't have rosebuds.
They do have racism against Vulcans, though.
That is
Apparently.
true.
Very.
Well, that was
Running rampant.
explored actually even earlier in the Balance of Terror. So
That's true.
yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
and also right.
Yeah.
What,
Balance of Terror.
It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, it would have been, if they had
Marion
done this.
Davis's rosebud.
There you go.
Mm.
Okay. It would have been, I think, better had they had if you'd say use Bowman, or what was his name? Was that it?
Bowman?
Bowman?
It was Bowman.
Boma.
Boma, Mr. Boma. If he was the one guy that was the antagonist towards Spock, and the rest of them were, acting like they were actually in a military service and respect, that would have been a little bit more tolerable and interesting, because then he would have been the one guy that everybody's like, dude, lay off him. And I'm not going to lay off. He's trying to get us killed or whatever. I mean, he could have. That might. I
don't think he was trying to get him killed. I think he was just he didn't like his lack of emotion. I mean, remember he wanted a proper burial. That was where the first sort of thing came up, right?
Right.
Like, the first tension.
The first thing that came up was when he said the guy got speared. He goes, "There's a dead guy laying right there, and all you can think about is what
Right.
he's looking at."
It was lack of emotion. He wasn't being,
Yeah.
He's talking about the type of spear tip it is.
Right.
Well, that's what I would talk about.
Yeah, I mean, guy's dead, man. These guys are throwing stuff at us. We better figure out.
Yeah, but didn't he use? Well, how did he talk about the spearhead?
Like an American Indian.
Like an American Indian, like on a different planet. Like, where would that? How would that be correlative?
They would do that a lot, though, in this show to make references to Earth, so that people watching the show obviously would have a reference point for what they were talking about.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It's why they ran into so many Earth-like planets, too.
Yeah,
Planet
to the point of
planet of
absurdity.
Romans.
Well, you have too many moments where someone goes, "That's like a Tiberian bat," and everybody in the audience is going, "What does that mean?" But if you reference, the Old West.
Tiberian bat. I don't recall him ever referencing a Tiberian bat.
Well, actually, it was in Star Trek 2, wasn't it? He goes, "You're as blind as a." When the one kid that's Scotty's nephew or whatever in Star Trek 2 that gets killed, one of the scenes they cut was when he's kind of saying to Kirk, well, then you're as blind as a Tiberian bat, sir.
Oh yeah.
And
He should have gone
Come on,
back.
Ron, you didn't know that?
Yeah, I know. Silly me. That's why Kirk's middle name was Tiberius after the bat.
yeah. Hey, have you guys ever watched? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Lynn Green says Scotty was a great XO. He presented Spock alternatives, but when Spock made his decision, Scotty supported it. Absolutely.
Yep. Have you guys seen Master and Commander?
Yeah.
Yes.
Long
People told
time
me
ago.
they said that's like the best Star Trek movie. I started watching it and they like cut the kid's arm off like in the first 20 minutes. I'm like, I can't watch any more of this. I feel so bad. So maybe
that was a good movie. That was supposed to be a whole series.
What I watched that was pretty good recently was The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
I
haven't watched that yet. Is that any good?
It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's really
there's only one.
creepy good.
It is.
I heard
That
it was
vampire
woke,
is
though.
awesome. What was
What?
that? I'm sorry, Anna.
I heard it was woke.
Well, you've got
there might have been. Yeah, I try to ignore that as much as I
Like
can.
the one black
This-
guy and then like the chick.
Yeah, but they did it okay. I mean, it wasn't like
I mean, in this context, it seemed okay. It's not.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It didn't feel like it was being rammed down your throat. But I
Right.
know
It
what
was
you
just
mean
there.
because they have to use that formula and everything now.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
it didn't bother me too much because I was so into Dracula and everything else and what was going
The
on.
only problem I had with it, Ron, and I don't know what your feelings are on this, but it was like they were out there a long time. And every scene took place at night. It's like, what the heck is this crew doing during the day? Why are they not hunting for this guy during the day where they can do something about it? And even if they didn't find, where he was at, and there was to me,
How could you not find? It's not that big a boat.
Well, there was a ton of stuff in there, but
Well, they did. I thought they did. They were
they
going
did.
through all.
Yeah, the
they were
girl
going through
finally
all
showed
the.
him, but it was like well into the movie, and
Well, they didn't know what they were dealing with yet.
I just kind of felt like if they had like had that the crane they had on the ship that lifted those things out, because they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it if they couldn't lift it out. So you have maybe the vampire sabotage that thing. I just felt that it was kind of silly that they didn't do anything during the day when they had all this, the time to figure out a plan.
Well, I feel like they didn't know what they were dealing with up until the point when.
Well, there was that.
One by one.
You'd figure it out.
That first guy, that first big guy, and he was like turning into a vampire, and he burst into flames because they had him tied up on the mast, and then the sun came up and everything. It was only till then that they realized what they were dealing with, this
right, but it was a long. They had half.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I didn't really.
Where is that streaming?
Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I thought it was. No, where was that?
I think I started watching it once.
Might be on Hulu.
And turned it off and just didn't go back to it.
The vampire.
I did see when they launched.
It's worth watching for the.
He gets on the boat and.
Oh, yeah. Hulu, Prime, YouTube, Paramount Plus.
The vampire is just next level great.
Yeah,
it's
you
great.
look great.
They really did. They really did the homage to Max Schreck justice, like that whole look and everything.
Nosferatu,
but way creepier, like way.
Yeah, it was
really scary. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is he the monster the entire time, or is he ever like counting?
No, he's a monster. He's even worse, right?
He's never handsome and charismatic or anything.
Right. He's always, but as he feeds more, he gets more gross.
And it's disturbing because they. Well, I don't want to give anything away. Yeah. So there's a.
I'm not gonna watch.
There's a character in it. Well, I don't want to give it away for Graham, but there's a character in it it's disturbing to watch him get turned. So you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that shocked me. That whole scene. I didn't see that coming.
That was messed up.
Yeah. So there's
I'll watch it then.
Did you guys watch?
It's worth watching.
That show on Netflix with the vampires, where they're on the island with the priest.
Show on Netflix on the island.
It's the guy, he keeps doing like horror shows, but like on Netflix. So it's always just one season.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro?
No. No, that would be cool though. Midnight Mass.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. It's good, huh?
It's good until you finish it and you think back on stuff that didn't really need to be in it, and then it's like it would have been better if it was tighter, but they want to develop characters and stuff.
How are the effects?
Blood Red Skies? Have you seen Blood Red Skies?
No.
On Netflix? Check this plot out. This is awesome. I love high concept plots. This woman has to fly to America for this blood disorder, and her flight gets hijacked by these terrorists. And her blood is disorder. She's a vampire. And so she.
Oh, I did see that. That was so good. She's got the kid.
She's got the kid.
Yeah. I watched that just like a
Blood
month
Red
ago.
Sky. What's it on?
I was like,
it's on Netflix.
Holy shit, this is good.
Yeah. It gets a little silly at the end, but it's really good. It's a great concept. It's a great vampire movie.
Very nail biting, like on the edge of your seat, literally. Like, what's going to happen next?
Trying to hold on to,
and she's trying, humanity. Yeah, she did such a great acting job too.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
You could see her struggling not to, and she's looking right at her own kid, trying to hang on to that, maternal connection and everything. And it's
and then she's fucking up the hijackers.
Yeah. No, it was good.
It was pretty cool.
Blood Red Sky. All right.
Yeah, I recommend it. Well, we went a little off kilter, didn't we?
Just like every episode.
You see what you get here for free, my friends. You don't.
The blood is the
Star Trek. You get monster movies. I mean,
we're just
it's
all
a
over
one-stop
the place.
shop.
Stuff about Orson Welles and Citizen Kane. Didn't expect that. We got all kinds of information here. So, no, I will say this without. I guess it's not really spoilers because it doesn't really affect if Graham watches the Demeter. But I did make the comment when I saw the trailer for this movie, I said, okay, the black guy is going to end up being Van Helsing, and he's the one guy who's not going to die. And
That's what you thought was going to be in Demeter?
yeah, when I saw the trailer, I said that black guy is Van Helsing, and I never expected him to die. And so anyway, I'll just say
you just told Graham that
They just told me he died.
he just said he was going to watch it, dude.
no, I'm just.
But no one is supposed to survive.
Right.
Well, I mean, I read the book, and nobody does survive. So
Well,
Yeah, everybody dies except for Dracula.
That was the woke thing about it, was they're not gonna kill the black character.
you know what?
The girl.
I know they never
girl.
show the creature in human form, but I think what would have been a cool ending would be for when the ship lands in what was it, Whitby, that we see this man get off the ship. You know, this man, like, yeah, and then he might turn a little bit, and you can see it's Dracula in his human form.
Well, there is. Oh, I'll say again, I don't want to give anything away because there's an end to it. Where
the ending is
all right.
It's cool.
Let's talk about Citizen Kane. I know how that ends.
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Hey, that shot at the beginning.
Motherfucking Rosebud.
Come on, bruh.
You're crying over a goddamn sled.
Bruh.
When he has that at the beginning of the movie, when he dies, you know, then we flash back and he drops that snow globe, and there's that shot of the reflection in the snow globe of the nurse coming in the door.
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
Dude. Huh?
Like,
Yes. Yes, Queen. Yes, Graham Queen.
oh my God.
Yes. That was the best scene. Yes. The fucking fruitcakes.
Oh, man.
Motherfucking yes, man. Yeah, Citizen Kane, yeah. Rosebud, yes.
That's true.
Queen, yes.
Oh.
All right. Hold on a second here. Russell says, listen, a blue waffle is tame compared to some of what Kirk brought back on the ship after furlough. Bones has seen some messed up shit.
And the transporter filters all that out, Russell.
Oh, there we go.
Getting mad at me doing that. Stop.
Hellraiser. Okay, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
the
what?
ultimate combination of sweet and savory. Of course, you put
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
not always, but I
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me. I think it's unique.
You
She got to remember she's pregnant, so she can vomit just by the thought of certain foods.
Okay, what's your
So we got to keep seeing if we can make Anna vomit. Let's change it to the let's make Anna vomit show.
Well, okay, what's your go-to pizza topping then? If you're going to order a pizza,
Pepperoni, as long as it's old world style, the type that curl up and holds the grease and has the black rim on it. Yeah,
she's like, come on, Anna, you don't like pineapple. What do you like on your pizza?
No, I just get pepperoni. I don't like the kind that Graham likes. I'll tolerate it, but I like it with pepperoni and ricotta cheese.
You know what I like? I like artichokes on it. I like
that's gay.
Bacon.
You artichokes, really?
Yeah, artichokes are great, man. I love artichokes.
I just usually
yes, Queen.
I don't even get I don't understand what he was doing.
That's what they. Come on.
That's what they say, Aaron.
Who's they?
Those people. You know what we're talking about.
What do you mean those people?
Graham's people.
Right? Don't you guys?
The Irish.
Yeah. No, artichokes are good. I like bacon probably the most, though.
Okay, but I mean pepperoni, sausage, and then basically any meat as well as that. Then mushrooms and olives. That's what I go with.
Broccoli,
green or black olives?
Black.
You're out.
Oh, you're getting sick.
You put green olives on a pizza? I didn't even know that was an option.
I wouldn't put any olives on a pizza, but I certainly wouldn't put black olives because I hate black olives.
Yeah.
Might as well eat a piece of
Graham,
plastic.
is it the color of the olives you don't like?
I see what you're trying to paint there, racist.
Boma, there, Boma.
Yeah, Boma. You're my Boma.
Obama.
Yeah, Boma.
Obama.
That's gonna be my new phrase. Yeah, Boma.
Yeah, Boma. Motherfucking Boma.
Hey, you know that girl that was on the shuttlecraft, she was pretty good looking.
The one who slid into home plate.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
she shows up in another episode. Anybody know which one?
Oh God, I'd have to see her face again.
Mhm.
Pull up her
Doesn't
face.
play the same character. It's an actress. The actress shows up in another episode.
Okay, pull up her face and let's see if we can guess.
Well,
Here it
wait a
is.
minute. Are you talking? Does she play like a pivotal role, or is she just like
That's
the
her.
background?
Yeah, that's Richard Keels. That's that's his wife.
Yeah. I'll pull her up.
Yeah, pull her up.
Let me see if I
I'm
can
trying to
find
think. What?
Here we go.
Was she in?
There she is over on the right.
Can you tell me which season?
Let's see.
You're not showing us anything, Graham.
Oh, it didn't come up. Hold on.
No, you're not sharing your screen.
There we go.
There you are. Now you are.
Okay. Oh yeah, she was in the Balance of Terror.
Nope.
No,
She played the girl, the wife who was getting married, didn't she?
No.
that girl's smaller.
Yeah,
Okay.
that girl is in 2 episodes. Also, she's in Shore Leave and Balance of Terror.
Right. Okay, that's what.
But this girl is in. Aaron, a 3rd season.
Oh, 3rd season. That's what a nightmare.
Does she have a speaking role in it? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. How big of a role is it, Graham? Is he like
Well,
background?
the
or-
episode. Lynn Green got it.
She's
what
one of the
Way to eat.
hippies?
oh, that's yeah.
She's one of the
that's
hippie girls.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She had that
brother.
hair that was like. Wait, no, that was Chekhov's chick.
What do you-
I don't think she was Chekhov's chick. I think she was one of the.
No, I'm
background-
saying I was
Oh.
thinking about the hairstyle. Chekhov's
Yeah,
chick
from,
had those loopy things in her hair, like pre-Leia.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Okay.
She was one of the hippie chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got kind of a similar haircut. Her hair's just longer and then like a side.
Do you have a
trim.
picture of her in that episode?
I do. Also.
God, I hate that
Cool.
episode with a passion.
Oh, everybody hates it.
The way
Crack
to,
my
yeah,
nut-
but you gotta give a shout out though to Napier because he was in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
You know,
He was also in the Blues Brothers.
yeah.
Where's the good old boys?
Crack my knuckles and
The
jump.
jump for joy,
Got a
got a clean bill of health from Dr.
Dr. McCoy.
Yeah. You're now. That's
Oh,
very
Yeah,
now.
you're now. Yeah,
You're now.
man.
it's like so
and what was it?
60s.
What they had some kind of
Oh yeah, it was like Spock understood him, right?
Yeah.
Spock got him, you know.
Yeah. I not I did use
Yeah,
it.
and he's down there jamming in the briefing room. With what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I know that was the
Oh my
worst.
God. Like, that's the kind of episode though that I would have loved just for shits and grins if they, like, in Wrath of Khan, they referenced that episode.
Right?
Like, somehow. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it's such a serious movie, but because when you look at Wrath of Khan, you can kind of get your head around, that it was this, it was Khan and that, it was the same universe kind of thing. But there's no way you would be able to pull that off with The Way to Eden, with that incarnation of the ship and the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
in the original script, they were supposed to go to that planet and pick up Dr. Severin, and he was the one who's supposed to have the revenge against Kirk.
Hmm.
What?
Does anybody believe that?
No.
No.
Well, Severn had like the webbed feet. Then he was the bald guy with the
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with web feet.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with bald guys.
There's nothing wrong with webbed feet.
Well, I was getting to the Triton ears, the Triton ears
Yeah.
or whatever that. I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, those big cauliflower things.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
wrestler apparently, a galactic wrestler.
Yeah.
Did you find a picture of her, Anna?
Yeah, I've been sharing my
Yeah,
screen.
she posted.
Come
it.
on, Graham.
I didn't see it.
Come on, Graham. You have now been demoted. You're now
You're
Oh,
kind
ace in
of
knowledge.
down to engineering.
Aaron, you are now the new captain.
Thank
Oh,
you. We're
is that
still
her?
down to engineering.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
her?
Hey, here's Ron in the purple hair.
yeah.
That looks like Chris Kattan from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, this guy was freaky to me. This dude with the high hairline and the purple
Yeah.
hair. He
Yeah,
really
he was. He was weird. I
he
know.
pissed me off.
He looked like he belonged on with the Mary crew.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, the dude with the purple hair was like out of a Rocky Horror Picture Show, man. That's what he.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, there's Charles Napier up in the left
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, and so that's the dark-haired girl behind him that was hitting on Chekhov. That's who you were talking about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. She was his ex-girlfriend or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was this girl in Batman too? There's a picture of the Joker down there.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks like she was a.
Look at Cesar Romero,
Oh.
man.
Oh, he was the
Nobody could beat Cesar Romero.
Best Joker ever.
Ever, man. He's
Except
just
for he wouldn't shave his mustache. That really used
That
to
made
bug-
it.
yeah,
even
it was
more
like
brutal.
all white.
Yeah, I know, it used to bug the crap out
Look
of
at
me.
him. That's so great.
But that kind of works though, because it shows how nuts he is.
Yeah. He was pretty maniacal, for
Look
this.
at her hairstyle. It's like it's her hair, but it's also like a knit hat.
They probably have a hairpiece on her.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow, she was all over the place. Phyllis Douglas, huh?
And it looks like he's holding a communicator there.
It does. A total crossover event right there happening before our very
Yeah.
eyes.
I wonder where was Batman filmed?
California.
I know, but what stages was that? That wasn't Paramount either, though. Right?
No, that was 20th century, wasn't it?
Okay.
Pretty sure.
She's a 20th Century Fox.
Yeah. All right. So
All
let's
right.
take this one.
We run this one into the
Hey,
ground.
Ron.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I am gonna go 8 on this one. I like this episode, despite the disrespect to Spock. I'm gonna go 8.
8. Ron.
Yeah, 6.5.
No, it's not a caveman guy. That's okay. That's okay.
Anna.
Aaron's,
I'll probably
Aaron takes
say
it
it.
personally.
I'll probably say it just as
Shoot.
6 because it's not that memorable to me.
Oh,
Okay.
man. You got-
I'm
I'm
was
going
okay.
in. I'm going in with a 4.
Oh,
I
really didn't like this
like
episode.
whenever I saw phasers get fired, and I always loved special effects, even
Yeah.
when they were firing into the mist and stuff. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Always
I love
loved
the
that
sound
kind of
effect
stuff.
too of the phasers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so cool.
So any chance I got to see a phaser up close, I loved it.
Yeah. So next week, guys, we're going to be doing court martial.
Ooh, I like this one.
I like that one too. That's got a lot of good drama. But I'm sure we'll discover some plot holes.
We're back to that one.
No,
We'll
wait a
be
minute.
back to it.
Well, I know, but we talked about it in the very beginning.
Wait a minute. Court martial. Is that?
No. I'm
Heads, or is it
confusing
the
it.
one where?
Yeah, I'm confusing it. I think.
Yeah.
Wait.
Where Finney
What's
gets
the one where?
pod.
What's the one where Kirk gets? Where he accidentally presses the button because
That's
it
it.
was.
Court martial.
That's it, right? Yeah.
But he didn't.
He ejects the pod or something when he
Yep.
wasn't supposed to.
Mhm.
But there's nothing for poor Finney. Captain's all.
And he's like crying. He's got the phaser. Then he just goes. That's Kirk's steps. But it could have been better than you. And he shoves.
Yeah.
Stops crying.
Didn't we just find out he just passed away like 4 or 5 years ago or something?
Who, that actor?
Yeah, whatever his name was. Somebody looked it up. We were going to try to get him on the show here. Remember?
I thought
We
that
still
was the
got to
Irish
do that.
guy.
There's got to be
No, that
somebody we can get on here.
That was the Irish guy.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
right.
that's not who you were talking about.
No. We're,
I'm
Oh,
getting it confused.
Yeah, see, look at this. See the racists.
How
He
many
considers
Irish
all
names,
Irish
man?
people. Like they all look the
Yeah.
same. They all sound the same.
You're thinking of O'Reilly.
That's what
Yeah.
Penny.
Oh,
is
but
the-
you know what's funny
Yeah.
is
And he's still alive, actually. The whole fucking thing.
Peaches just found out one of his coworkers, his aunt, was the green-haired chick in the gangster episode.
James, there's a
Brains?
trace. Oh, No.
Really?
Gamesters of Triskelion.
Yes, that
Whose
one.
aunt was that?
One of Peaches' coworkers.
Was one of the brains?
No, it was the green-haired chick that Kirk
Yeah.
smacks.
Just
She
found
was,
out my aunt was the green brain on Gamesters of Triskelion.
She was in soft porn movie.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow,
I
she was a
guess.
good-looking brain.
Well, Peaches has like a little Star Trek badge on his like work thing, and the guy started talking to him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my aunt was in Star Trek." He's like, "Oh, who?" And he's explaining it and how his dad always hated seeing her because she would hug him with her big fake boobs, and it hurt him.
Oh wow.
Who the hell complains about being hugged by fake boobs?
Well, it's your aunt. It's kind of awkward.
Those
Isn't
are
it?
really
I
hard
guess
and
I
hurt
can see
you.
that.
you know, David Williams' aunt is Uhura.
Yeah.
Who?
David
David
Williams.
Williams, artist.
David Williams.
You don't know David Williams?
No, I
Fuck,
don't
he's
know
an
who he is.
amazing artist.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I saw his work, I might.
Yeah.
He's very quiet.
Mhm.
Yeah. His aunt was
There's
Nichelle
so
Nichols.
many great guys in the business. It's insane. You know, it's
That's right.
unbelievable.
Bunch of
Jeff
them
the
right
Cow is really great.
Did you
Yeah,
get to
a
meet
couple
Shane
right
at
there.
Your Heroes Con?
Did I what?
Did you meet Shane at Heroes Con?
Who's Shane?
Davis?
Apparently not.
I know.
I
Apparently
don't know who is that.
no. He's
Who's
one
Shane
of
Davis?
our friends.
Another artist.
Oh,
Another
no,
of
I
us
didn't meet him.
artists. Come on, Ron.
Yeah.
Get out a
Oh,
little
well,
bit.
you guys got to remember, I'm a little. Well, no. How old are you, Graham?
I'm 62.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're the same age. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people I don't know. I don't really pay so much attention to what's going on. I've got 4 kids, and I'm always distracted by other things.
Right.
But I don't read a lot of stuff, and because once I'm done with my work, I'm done. I don't read it anymore or seek it out. So there's
You
a lot
mean
of people,
you
a
live
lot
in
of
the
people
real
I
world then?
yeah, I try to. But
Okay.
there's so many amazing artists. When I do go to the shows, I'm just stunned by how great some of these guys are. Like I found a guy who did Godzilla art, and I bought my son a bunch of his prints because they're just so amazing. Like he puts them in these environments, Mecha Godzilla in Japan with the with all the what do you call their houses? Not the dojos, but the I can't think of the name. What
Dwelling
they're called.
places. Yeah.
Their
I don't-
dwellings, yeah, whatever. But he puts them walking through these things. It's just they're just unreal. Like I'm like, how the hell do you do that?
Wow.
So there's amazing artists out there. I'm always really, really stunned by that. So
Cool.
yep.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Thanks for everybody in the chat for coming in today.
Pagoda. Thank you, Lynn. Boy, Lynn's on point tonight.
What?
Lynn's got
Oh,
the answer.
Pagoda.
Pagoda. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, she's like our Marcus Kelligrew here. She
Yeah,
knows
she's great. Thank you, Lynn.
everything. There's Marcus Kelligrew. He's in there too. I met
He's
Ron at
like,
Heroes
yeah,
Con.
he goes, he's been bested.
Oh, hey, Marcus. What's going on, dude?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What's up, bruh?
Yeah, I think
What's up?
he might be at the New Jersey show. I'm not sure. Marcus, you're going to be at the Garden State?
There's a slight tape delays as we wait
Yeah.
patiently for Marcus to reply.
I'll give it a second.
Yeah, give him a second.
All right. Remember how we're signing off on this now. You guys remember, right?
No.
What?
No, you keep pushing for that, and
Oh, we're gonna do it, baby.
What is it?
We're zooming in real
Oh.
slow.
nah, he's not going to be there. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get closer and closer.
Oh, that's right. Do that. Yeah. Okay.
And we're all gonna.
And he just leaves.
Well played,
The
Nolan.
power of the captain.
That's right. He said he
I
pushed
told you to demote him, Lepresti.
He pushed the ejected the pod there.
I ejected the pod.
He did. Yeah. Now I got to court martial your ass.
But that's not how it happened.
Matthew Mumma.
Now I'm on
says
the
he-
left.
What's the name of the vampire ship? Is the Demeter.
The meter.
Last
Yeah.
voyage of the Demeter. There you go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one chapter in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Not
But
even
now
a
it's a
chapter.
whole
I
movie.
think
The
it's
first,
like-
yeah. it's the
But that's where
opening.
all the horror happens because he literally just murders everyone on the ship.
Yeah.
slows way down after that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's actually
Nothing
a good
else
book.
happens of note.
Yeah. I really enjoyed reading that book.
You didn't read it, you liar. Stop trying to pretend you
Well, I listened to it.
literary
I
snob.
listened to it.
I loved reading that.
Audible for the win.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. I couldn't read Frankenstein. I've tried 3 or 4 times. I can't
Yeah,
get
I
through
couldn't get through it either.
Oh, just because it was written by Whammon.
it. Yeah, whammon,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Here we
it's
go.
the style of writing.
Another current slang term. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Whammon. What do you expect, wrong? I'm like 40 years younger than you.
40 years.
Whoa.
You ain't that young.
Wow. Ouch.
I would say you're more
It's
like
close.
30 years. It's close.
It's close. Maybe 38, 36.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how old you
Come
are.
on.
I was just guessing.
No, you're right. You're probably. How old are you?
I'm not saying.
Oh, please, come on. How old are you?
I'm not saying how old
Oh,
I am.
please.
Mid
Oh,
20s.
please, come on. How old are you?
I'm in my 20s, Ron.
All right. See, there you go. That's all you had to say.
We're all in
So-
our 60s.
And you lost your virginity like 5 years ago.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
okay.
We're not going down there again.
Oh, yes, we are. So you were sitting next to each other.
Oh, no.
I'm about to push the pod button.
Yeah.
And then when you turn it back on, I'm going to be behind you, strangling you.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
Hey, everybody in the chat, thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, you have your homework. You got to watch Court Martial, and we will be back next Wednesday.
Come on, guys. Let's do this.
And if any of you are going to
Come
Garden State
on.
Comic Fest, make sure you
Let's
bring
do
your
I don't want to be under Aaron when I'm doing this. 'cause
make
then
sure
we'll
you
like-
bring your Hawaiian shirt for the Saturday night Hawaiian Shirt Cigar Fest. So
Look at Anna bringing out the tongue.
oh, she's
Same
got
to
a-
you, Nolan.
Look at
Here's to Captain Dunsel.
that.